It all happened in a flash of brilliance over one legendary spring in 1905. 300 years of accepted science was completely shattered. Our entire understanding of the laws of the universe forever transformed when this man, Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds to ever live, published his revolutionary scientific theories that revealed the true nature behind our entire reality. Starting overnight, he rocketed from unknown to the most famous scientist to ever live. He was on front page covers of newspapers and magazines. Celebrities invited him to their movie premieres. He was awarded a well-deserved Nobel Prize. But behind his public image, Albert Einstein hid a secret of unimaginable power, a manifestation loophole that was not only the key to unlocking his fame, success, and acclaim, but allowed him to attract a hidden $108 million fortune. You and I were never supposed to discover his secret, but today, that's all about to change as Einstein's loophole becomes your loophole, opening the entire treasure vault of the universe. Imagine simply making a request for your desires and suddenly stepping inside your brand new dream home, taking the wheel of your first-class luxury car, checking off every last destination on your bucket list, receiving a big raise in promotion, bouncing back from a divorce or health issue, owning your own successful business, or even attracting your soulmate into your life. Hi, my name is Kevin Rogers, and I know all this may sound a little crazy, but this is 100% real. As you're about to discover, Einstein's loophole is unlike anything you've ever tried before. It's not theory. It's something you actually experience, something you get to live and breathe. When you turn it on, it's like the universe is being forced to deliver your every request to you on a silver platter. Anything and everything you've desired is magically pulled into your reality, starting in just minutes. Now, let me be clear. This has nothing to do with the law of attraction. There's no wishing or waiting for results. Instead, I'm talking about something as scientifically proven as the simple seesaw. Everybody knows when you apply just the right amount of weight on one end, the other end always tips in the direction you desire. Every single time. In just minutes from now, I'll show you exactly how to activate this powerful Einstein loophole for yourself. It will empower you. It will inspire you. It will lead you to greatness. That's all coming up in just a moment. But first, let me take a quick step back to where this journey started. You see, not too long ago, I felt like I was running myself to death inside the hamster wheel from hell, trapped in a dead-end job, scraping to get by. Each morning, a sense of dread filled the pit of my stomach as the blaring alarm clock harshly pried my eyes open. Every part of me resisted getting out of bed. I didn't want to face the day. But somehow, I'd force myself up and eventually into my car for the bumper-to-bumper snail crawl across town. From sunrise to sunset, I spent my day caged inside my tiny, windowless cubicle, just waiting out the clock. Lunch and bathroom breaks had to be approved by my boss. At times, it felt like he was the warden and I was his prisoner. When I finally left at the end of the day, I often wouldn't even get a glimpse of sunlight. It was already dark. When I got home, I barely relaxed at all before heading off to bed and doing it all over again. The only bright spot in my life? Well, that was my beautiful wife, Allison. She was my soulmate. We were destined to be together. But over time, my lack of success started feeling like an anchor dragging our relationship into deep, deep water. Despite pushing myself to work harder, we kept falling behind. Credit card debt started piling on. Rent and bills became past due. Our cars began needing costly repairs. And we were even hit by unexpected medical expenses that left us thousands of more dollars in debt. I felt like a total loser. I wanted to buy Allison nice gifts, treat her to nights out at fancy restaurants, and tell her she could order anything off of the menu. But the reality was, I could barely afford to keep the lights on. All the while, her parents, who wanted her to marry a rich lawyer or doctor, encouraged her to leave me. She told me she loved me for who I was. But in the back of my mind, I feared that one day she really might find someone else. I wanted to make an impact. I wanted to help people. I wanted to change the world. But at that moment, it felt like all I could do was just keep the debt collectors from banging down our door. Maybe you can relate to some of what I'm talking about. You want to live a life rich with passion and purpose. You want to achieve more success in your career and deeper connections in your personal life. You want to provide for your loved ones, to give them all the opportunities you never had access to. You want more flexibility and freedom to live life on your own terms. But as you get older, it's like life is a way of putting more and more obstacles in your way. Growing debt, health issues, surprise expenses like the transmission or furnace going out, maybe even divorce or the loss of someone you love. And slowly, maybe without even realizing it, it's like the old you with big dreams and hopes for the future fades away. Deep down, you may feel like your life has gone way off track, that you're a million miles away from serving your true calling. Well, from coaching people of all different ages and places in life, I've found that it is never too late to get back on track. All it takes is the willingness to do something other than what you've tried up to this point. Now, even though we know this at a gut level, sometimes it takes a little nudge from the universe to force us into action. My nudge? It came from the most adorable little angel, my first daughter, Jessica. Now, I have to say, when I first learned my wife Allison was expecting, it was one of the happiest days of my life. I was thrilled. It was a huge milestone in our lives. I was going to be a father. But it wasn't long before reality set in. I remember looking online at my bank account after the bills had been paid and watching in horror by what I saw. I thought it was a typo at first, but no, the balance was $3.12. Forget saving for my little girl's college fund. I didn't even have enough money for the pack of diapers we were going to need very soon. My mind started racing. I started sweating. My breath became shallow, and a stabbing pain filled my chest. I knew I was having a panic attack, but the pain was real, and for a moment, I felt like I was having a heart attack. My life was over. In that moment, I realized if I kept going down the same path I was on, nothing was going to change. I'd be trapped running in the hamster wheel until I collapsed from a deadly cocktail of stress and exhaustion. Now, I'd always dreamed of starting my own business, being in charge of my own destiny. But it wasn't until this breakdown I finally gained the courage to make it happen. Starting on the weekends, I began an online business. I was determined to turn it into a real full-time income. I truly believed that if I put in enough hours, everything would fall into place. But despite working as hard as I could, it was like nothing I touched worked. I almost threw in the towel. That's when destiny came calling. I was invited to a Tony Robbins motivational seminar. Most of the event was a blur, but there was one thing he said I'll never forget. He was talking about a new scientific breakthrough from Harvard and Yale, one that's completely transforming our understanding of how our brains work. As Tony explained, not too long ago, all the top brain researchers were convinced that our brains were pretty much set in stone. They believed all your habits, your belief systems, and your thinking patterns could not be easily changed. Who you are today is pretty much exactly who you're going to be 20 years from now. But as he explained, the changes he made in his own life always told him that all of those scientists were dead wrong. Your brain absolutely has the ability to upgrade and expand. But it wasn't until the Harvard and Yale researchers uncovered their breakthrough that he had definitive proof. Because what those scientists found is your habits, your beliefs, and your emotions are all determined by the neural pathways in your brain. And those pathways can be changed. They can be rerouted. They can be completely rebuilt as new. You can literally upgrade your brain to perform just like the most successful achievers in the world. So how do you get started? Well, Tony had us build a new neural pathway right there and then. His method? Well, it was a bit unconventional. He had everyone walk across burning hot coals barefoot. The goal? Train our brains to realize that nothing is impossible. We can achieve anything. Now, I'd like to tell you this experience changed everything for me. And while I felt a shift, it didn't really move my reality in all the ways that count. Debt kept growing, overdue bills piled on, and my in-laws still didn't approve of me. My wheels were spinning, but I was stuck in the mud. All I could do was hope for a miracle to get me out. Then one day I was searching online. I don't remember exactly what I was looking for, but one link led to another, and before I knew it, I came across an unusual video. It was a scene from a popular film you've probably seen before, The Secret. But this clip, for some reason, had been mysteriously left on the cutting room floor. It wasn't about the law of attraction at all. Maybe that's why it got cut, because it didn't fit their marketing plan. Instead, it detailed a discovery by one of the most brilliant and accomplished minds to ever walk this earth. Beating out CEOs, presidents, and other major historical figures, Time magazine named him the well-deserved Person of the Century. His name? You guessed it, none other than Dr. Albert Einstein. No one, and I repeat, no one, has ever understood in the history of human civilization more about the inner mysterious workings of the universe than this amazing man. You see, as this clip revealed, Einstein didn't see the world like you or I. He looked at the world through the eyes of this legendary equation, E equals mc squared. Put simply, those 3 letters and 2 symbols were Einstein's way of describing how everything in existence is pure energy. All that we see, hear, smell, and touch are all made of different wavelengths vibrating at different speeds or frequencies. Our brain acts as a kind of translator for these energies. It breaks it all down into the different objects, people, and things you can see and touch. Now, here's the most important part. Einstein understood our thoughts are energy too. Positive thoughts like love and happiness are vibrating at a higher frequency, while negative thoughts like stress and fear vibrate at a lower frequency. And since like energy attracts like, more positive thoughts attracts more positive things and events into your life, while more negativity attracts those things we don't want. Makes sense, right? But here's the missing link nobody ever reveals. We all know from personal experience you can't just will yourself into a positive mindset. It never sticks before old thoughts return. The reason is because those negative thoughts are hardwired into your brain in the form of those neural pathways. So if you want to attract more success into your life, the only way is to rewire those circuits. And you'll be glad to know it's way easier and much faster than you might expect. Now, so far, I gave you one way Tony showed us to rewire our brain's pathways. Go out there and walk on burning hot coals. But the reality is that all we did was create one new pathway, one new way of thinking and seeing the world. Not to mention, walking on coals definitely isn't for most people. So what's the solution? Well, it came from the mind of Dr. Einstein. You see, we all know about his scientific achievements that brought him fame, admiration, and even the Nobel Prize. But there's a secret side that few ever knew. As it turns out, Einstein was a master at manifesting huge sums of wealth. In a story reported years after his death, Einstein embarked on an experiment. With only a few $1,000s, he purchased a few stocks. He wasn't a professional trader or businessman. He was a scientist. But it wasn't long before that small sum turned into a $250,000 fortune. In today's money, that's over $2.5 million. When he passed away, he was worth over $12 million, or what's equal to around $108 million in today's money. What was his secret to manifest this staggering fortune? Well, as I soon discovered, his mind was built in every way for success. See, after Einstein's passing, scientists researched and studied his brain in a laboratory. What they found was his neural pathways were more developed and advanced than most people. Now, back when scientists first made this discovery, they thought our pathways were set in stone, unchangeable. But thanks to research out of Harvard, we now know you can actually develop new pathways in the same parts of the brain where Einstein was so advanced. In other words, it's possible to literally rebuild our brains to be just like the world's greatest achievers, even perform like Einstein. From my research of the man, I identified 13 neural patterns that made Einstein, Einstein, a kind of success code that allowed him to perform and become the world's greatest achiever. I knew if I could develop a technique to combine these 12 patterns inside my brain, it might just unlock the success I needed. I might not ever be an actual Einstein, but I would have been happy to experience just a tiny fraction of his great mind. Now, it wasn't easy. This science on rebuilding your brain is so new, there just isn't a single book or resource that teaches you how to do it. But as I kept researching, it was like all the puzzle pieces magically started fitting together in my mind. And soon, I had developed a technique to rewire your pathways far more powerful than anything I ever imagined possible. I call it neural networking. The best way to explain how it works is the scene in the sci-fi classic The Matrix, where the main character Neo is hooked up to a computer. Then, within seconds, new skills are instantly downloaded into his brain. From mastering jujitsu to flying a helicopter, all it takes is the push of a button to master those new talents. Well, my neural networking technique, it's like your mind changes almost that easy. All it takes is just minutes a day to retune and destiny-changing pathways in your brain. Want to solve problems like a millionaire CEO? Just push the button. Want to overcome doubt and fear? Just hit upload. Want to uncover your one true purpose in life? There's an app for that. With neural networking, I began creating new pathways in my brain based on the 13 Einstein thought patterns. I started slow at first, but right away things began changing. My mind filled with a flood of creative ideas. New solutions to old unsolvable problems popped into my head. Old hang-ups like doubt, fear, and self-sabotage cleared away. And that's when things really started shifting. Where life used to feel like a series of random events forced upon me, now the stars were aligning before my eyes. Now here's the part that will make your head spin. Once my Einstein success brain took hold, all I did was a simple intention that I wanted to start earning an extra $1,000 from my online business. But before I had a chance to even write down my goal, it was like the universe read my mind and instantly responded. It wasn't even an hour later from setting that intention, my wife walks into the living room and tells me some new friends are coming over for dinner. When they got there, I found out one of them ran a successful online business, and it was all he could talk about. He explained to me how he earned a 7-figure income all online. I didn't really believe him at first, but then he showed me a super simple technique to earn extra money from my website. By the next morning, I had earned an extra $67.84 in my account. Not exactly life-changing cash, but it just kept on growing. Within a couple of weeks, the total snowballed into $1,124.84. I couldn't believe it. This was a little over the exact amount I asked for, all starting in a matter of hours. In that moment, I truly felt like the universe had become my own personal ATM machine. I didn't realize it then, but the reason manifestation became so effortless was that my brain was now wired in every way for success. It was like that seesaw I showed you earlier. When your Einstein success brain is in full effect, fortune is forced to tilt your way. Of course, because I didn't grasp this at the time, I was skeptical. I thought this money manifestation was a one-time event. But then, the magical synchronicities flooded in. Like Einstein, I decided to play the stock market. I was shocked as all of my new investments turned into winners. And my own business? I began attracting one breakthrough after another until I was printing 5 figures a month. Enough to quit my day job forever. And with more money, it was like my entire world changed before my eyes. Debt disappeared. Overdue bill notices vanished. And my wife and I, we were having more fun than ever. Meeting new friends, traveling, and eating out almost every day of the week. And my little girl, well, in the middle of all of this, we got news that she was going to have a sister. With a bigger family, we needed a new house. One I was able to pay for in cash. And without a mortgage hanging over our heads, there was extra money for the retirement and college funds. Listen, I know what it's like to struggle, to go without, to live in fear of not being able to cover the rent. But when you understand how to rewire your brain, those days of lack and scarcity are behind you. They're replaced by a world of limitless abundance and opportunity. Now, you can go out there all alone and attempt to do what I did, but I can tell you that route won't be easy. There are too few resources out there, and none that show you how to add dozens of new pathways as quickly and easily as my neural networking technique. And not just any pathways, but those used by the most successful achievers in the last 100 years, or maybe ever. This is why I've done all the work for you. I've developed a kind of virtual interactive training system to rebuild your brain for success. Introducing the Einstein Success Code. Unleash your Einstein success brain in just minutes. After years of research and untold testing hours with my coaching students, this complete masterwork contains everything you need to upgrade your brain to perform like one of the world's greatest achievers. Inside, you'll discover the 13 Einstein success codes that allowed him to manifest wealth, happiness, fame, love, and so much more. And almost as simple as tapping a button to download an app onto your smartphone or iPad. You'll use my neural networking technique to create a brain built for wealth, success, and effortless millionaire manifestation. Let me walk you through each of these life-transforming codes. Number 1, the Force Harnessing app. This program gives you the ability to see the world just like Einstein, an interconnected web full of limitless possibilities. Number 2, the Divine Purpose app. Einstein was driven by an inner calling that drove him to greatness, and with this neural program, you'll uncover yours too. Number 3, the Bulletproof Confidence app. In just minutes, you'll awaken an unshakable belief in yourself just like Einstein. Number 4, the Superpower Activator app. This one turns your weaknesses into strengths and your strengths into superpowers. Number 5, the Flow State app. Instantly transports you from spinning your wheels in the mud to racing toward your desires. Never feel stuck again. Number 6, the Become Unstoppable app. This one ignites burning hot motivation that can never be extinguished. Number 7, the Bold Risk Taker app. Make decisions with the confidence and boldness of the world's top entrepreneurs. Number 8, the Lateral Thinking app. Find the fastest shortcuts to overcome every obstacle in your way, just like Einstein. Number 9, the CEO Mind app. Strip out distractions, zero in on what's important, make decisions quickly. Number 10, the Brain Rejuvenator app. Blast past limitations and prime your brain for overnight success, no matter your age. Number 11, the Action Jumpstarter app. Now you'll always know that one step you need to soar to the next level. Number 12, the Negative Pattern Clearing app. This one rewrites the script of your life to overcome past upsets, so you can move on to greatness. Finally, number 13, the Wealth Accelerator app. Maybe the most powerful of all. You'll bend time and reality to bring your desires to doorstep almost instantly. Now, with your Einstein Success Brain activated, it feels like your mind is now built for success in every way imaginable. Suddenly, you see the world through the eyes of the most successful achievers in the world, million and even billion-dollar earners. Where you once saw obstacles standing in your way, now new shortcuts appear before your eyes. Whatever you desire, whatever you can imagine, now it flashes into your life quicker and easier than you ever thought possible. Your brain is now a powerful magnet, and all you want in life is automatically pulled straight into your reality. Now, you're probably wondering how much this transformational program runs for. Well, that just might be the best part. When I first decided to make the Einstein Success Code available online, I thought long and hard about how much to offer it for. A friend of mine who's actually a business consultant to big-name authors who appear on Oprah told me that what I have is unlike anything he's ever seen in his entire career. He told me I shouldn't charge anything less than $1,000 for the program. And considering the difference it makes in people's lives, I took his advice very seriously. But deep down I realized sharing these secrets are my life's work. And I want to get them in the hands of everyone who's at the place in their life where they're ready to upgrade their minds and transform their lives. This is why I finally settled on a much more affordable amount. You won't pay $1,000 like the expert told me I should, or any amount close to that. But after much consideration and soul searching, I settled on the bargain amount of just $97. That's how much the Einstein Success Code will soon be offered for. I think we can both agree that's more than fair considering the abundance and opportunity this program unlocks. But when you take action today, you won't pay the full amount. To celebrate the release of this brand new course online, I've decided to offer a special introductory price of just $47, a full 50% off. To put that in perspective, $47, that's less than a cheap Friday night dinner and movie date for two. We can both agree, Trading one night for a lifetime of wealth and abundance is an easy choice. Let me share a note I recently received from Samuel H., one of the first members to get early access to the program. Before discovering the Einstein Success Code, my biggest obstacle in life was my ability to concentrate and focus. My scatterbrain was holding me back in my career and hurting my personal life too. But after using the code, all the negative clutter cleared away. Almost instantly, I began to feel my confidence soar. I could finally get things done, and my clients took instant notice. I'm happy to report my income has more than tripled in what has felt like no time at all, and it's only continuing to grow. My life has changed forever thanks to the code. Oh, and here's another one from Elijah S., whose own story of success mirrors my own. When I first tried the Einstein Success Code, I didn't really think anything would happen, but I figured I'd just give it a quick test. And I'm so glad I did. As soon as I activated just one of the codes, my life began to change overnight. I manifested a new business mentor into my life. He showed me how to create a successful side business in my spare time. Since then, my life has done a complete 180. Not only have I blasted through my old financial ceiling, but all the old negativity that was swirling around in my life has all but disappeared. The Einstein Success Code is the one program I've tried that's actually given me real results, the kind of results you can actually take to the bank. I can't recommend it enough. Just imagine all the abundance that awaits. New income opportunities, a bigger and nicer roof over your head, money for your retirement or kids' college fund, less stress, more time to spend with your family, new and interesting friendships and community. You can even use the Einstein Success Code to attract your soulmate, just like many of my coaching students have. But you need to take action now. If you're watching this video, then that means there's still time to lock in this special offer. But as soon as a relatively small number are sold, the introductory period will end and the price will go back up. So trust your intuition here. Click below to get the complete Einstein Success Code at the lowest price it will ever be offered for. As one of my mentors used to tell me, the universe rewards speed. So follow that inner voice inside and take action. When you do, you'll receive 3 hand-picked gifts as part of this exclusive offer. These are complete training programs that could be sold on their own, but I'm giving them to you free. They include special bonus gift number 1, the Neural Networking Success Manual, a $97 value. This powerful guide walks you through my most advanced neural networking secrets. You'll just flip open the guide and starting in minutes, you'll upload new and beautiful pathways into your brain. The same abundance-attracting pathways used by Einstein to manifest wealth, success, fame, and happiness. Next, I'm also including bonus number 2, the complete Wired for Success training program, an estimated $197 value. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but there's a reason the world's top performers like Oprah or Elon Musk are able to accomplish so much more. They think differently for sure, but they also have a certain set of success habits they perform each day. With the Wired for Success program, you'll discover what their secrets are to retune your brain so they become your habits too. Now, you don't just get an Einstein success brain, but one that copies other legendary achievers too. Bonus number 3, Ultimate Success Supercharger Audio Series, a $97 value. This 20-part audio set was created to make retuning your mind for success as quick and easy as possible. Just push play on your computer, phone, iPad, or iPod, and these short 5-minute tracks rewire the neural pathways to build a brain built in every way for success. It really is that easy. The reason I'm including these bonuses is because I want to make sure no stone is left unturned. These programs work together to make sure you succeed. Plus, when you join the Einstein Success Code family today, I'm making sure your copy comes 100% risk-free with my exclusive Success at the Speed of Light 60-day money-back guarantee. You see, Einstein found nothing in the universe travels faster than the speed of light, and with the Success Code in your hands, you'll be rocketing toward all your desires at the very top of this cosmic speed limit. In fact, I guarantee that immediately after activating the code, the world around you will look very different. You'll start seeing and interacting with your surroundings through the same lens the world's top achievers do. Everything will become quicker, easier, so much clearer, and most important of all, everything will be in your reach. You don't even have to write your desires down. It's like the universe can read your mind. Manifestation becomes effortless. This will happen for you just like it has for so many other men and women I've coached around the world. Or, I insist you write me for a full no questions asked refund. You have a full 60 days to give the Einstein Success Code a risk-free try. How's that for a deal? So go ahead and click below to upgrade your brain. With my speed of light guarantee, your decision is now completely risk-free. I can't wait for you to get started. This is going to be an incredible journey, and I'm going to be there guiding you every step of the way. Click below right now, and I'll see you on the inside. The Einstein Success Code is an experience unlike anything you've ever experienced before. In only minutes a day, you'll build a brain built for success, just like the happiest, the wealthiest, the most successful millionaire and billionaire achievers in the world. Just sit back and let the Success Code apps go to work rebuilding your neural pathways and watch as old fear and doubt disappear. Guilt and worry vanish, and old patterns of self-sabotage are completely eliminated from your life, replaced by bulletproof confidence, unstoppable determination, and the ability to manifest all your desires quicker and easier than you ever imagined possible. This is the reality I've created for myself, along with so many others from around the world. Like Mahita B., who wrote to say, "Before I tried the Einstein Success Code, I was a skeptic. I didn't believe in manifestation at all. But as I dug into the program, I quickly realized this was different. It was all based on science and from one of the greatest minds to ever live, Albert Einstein. Almost instantly, I experienced a huge life-changing shift. I went from feeling lost at sea to uncovering my inner calling, my one true purpose in life. It's an incredible feeling, and already new opportunities have begun to unfold on my new path. Oh, and I've only used 3 of the 13 success codes so far. I can't wait to see what happens next." This kind of instant breakthrough will happen for you too. But you've got to take the first step and join us. You've got to click on the button below to get started upgrading your brain. Remember, with my money-back guarantee, you've got a full 60 days to put the Einstein Success Code and my neural networking techniques into action. And it's all 100% risk-free. So take action now. When you do, you're locking in a full 50% off over what others will soon pay for access to the Einstein Success Code. I can't wait for you to join us. Take action right now to save 50% and receive 3 exclusive bonus gifts. Still on the fence? I understand it. I get it. I spent years of my life jumping from one book and expert to another. And while those experiences made me the person I am today, the Einstein Success Code is the only solution I've ever tried that gave me real results in my life. More money, more freedom, and a lot more fun. You really can't compare this program to anything else you've ever tried. Of course, if you haven't experienced it for yourself, you may be wondering if this will really work for you and whether you should give it a try. Well, here's an easy way to think about it. Right now, it's like you're staring at a fork in the road. Down one path is the same tired, old, bumpy route you've been traveling down. You're free to continue on. But we both know where it will lead. You'll encounter the same money problems, the same relationship upsets, and the same daily stress and worry. Until one day you break down by the side of the road and suddenly see your reflection in your rearview mirror. You're tired, exhausted, and beat down. Your passion and fire for life is nowhere to be found. And you wonder what the heck happened to your life? What happened to your dreams? You feel like your life has passed you by with nothing to show for it. You've let yourself down. You've let your family down. But here's the good news. You don't have to go down that road any longer. There's another way. A shortcut to the life you really want is right here in front of you. Imagine growing your income as you manifest a big raise, a rocketing stock investment, or a new side business. Imagine enjoying the freedom to travel the world, spend more time with your family, or explore exciting new hobbies and passions. Imagine living in the new dream home you never thought you'd ever be able to afford. As you travel down this road, you're gliding effortlessly. All the bumps have been smoothed away, and eventually, you come across a beautiful mountain vista and decide to pull over. You look in the mirror, but this time, you see somebody energized, radiating, full of life, and excited for what's to come. Go ahead and take the shortcut by securing your copy of the Einstein Success Code today. You know, Einstein is famous for defining insanity as doing something over and over again and expecting a different result. You've already tried exhausting yourself as you struggle to swim against the current. Now, let the current carry you for a change. Let it effortlessly bring you to all the places you've always dreamed of. Go ahead and stop the insanity. Make a change. Let me take you by the hand and lead you to the greatness you were born to achieve. Take action now. Click below and join us today, 100% risk-free for 60 days. I will be there on the inside to welcome you in.